As Election Day arrives, the race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump remains one of the closest contests in recent United States history. With 240 million Americans eligible to cast their votes, the United States will soon decide who will become the 47th Commander-in-Chief. Harris's current national edge, though modest, could still fall short in the Electoral College, where a bias towards Trump gives him a potential advantage. Nate Silver's election model suggests Harris would need a 2-point margin in the popular vote to secure an Electoral College victory, where a candidate must win 270 of 538 electoral votes at stake. The election dynamic shifted in July when former President Joe Biden withdrew from the race, leaving Harris to lead the Democratic campaign. Biden's polling deficit against Trump then stood at 45.2% to Trump's 41.2%, creating challenging ground for Harris to cover. Currently, Harris leads in Silver's poll aggregates in several key states. She holds slight advantages in Pennsylvania, 19 electoral votes, Michigan, 15, Wisconsin, 10, and Nevada, 6. A victory in these 4 states would likely clinch the election for her, with at least 276 electoral votes. Trump, however, holds narrow leads in North Carolina, 16 electoral votes, Georgia, 16, and Arizona, 11, keeping the path to 270 open for both candidates. This analysis shows the results of 80,000 stimulated elections in which Kamala Harris won the Electoral College just over half the time, specifically 50.15%. The remaining simulations were divided between wins for Trump 39.718 times and a tie in the Electoral College 269 to 269, which happened 270 times. In the case of an Electoral College tie, the United States House of Representatives would likely decide the election outcome, with the advantage going to Trump given the House's structure and voting rules in such a situation. So while Harris won slightly more than half of the simulations, the other outcomes, Trump wins or a tie, likely resolved in his favor. For Vice President Kamala Harris, her campaign ended with a star-studded party on the iconic Rocky Steps in Philadelphia, where she made one last pitch to voters.
It is my pledge to you that if you give me a chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump closed his campaign with a rally calling on supporters to help him finish his comeback tour with a win.
With your vote tomorrow, we can fix every single problem our country faces and lead America, indeed the world, to new heights of glory.
After months of promises and prodding, and a campaign that often pulled no punches, the only message that matters now comes from the silence of voting booths across the United States. Already, 78 million Americans cast their votes early, either in person or by mail. When results begin to pour on the evening of Tuesday, November 5th, the eyes of the world will be on the United States, waiting to see which candidate claims the Oval Office. The path to victory cuts through fiercely contested battlegrounds, where each vote could tip the balance. So who will rise to lead America as the 47th president? On this historic election day, both the popular vote and the Electoral College are poised to reveal the next chapter in American leadership and determine who will take the helm in the Oval Office. Nigella Snack, NBC Prime.